Hi, this is Amy Norman with Nellie Travel. I am here for our inaugural session with an influencer, a major part of the travel community, Sarah Cruse, General Manager of Clayoquot Wilderness Lodge. I am so thrilled to have you here. Thank you, Sarah.
Amy, are you kidding? It's such a privilege to be with you as well. So excited to have a
I
chat.
don't know if you know this, but the idea, the inspiration to launch Nellie came at your property with you. I had almost this like transcendental moment in the woods at the property, connecting with people, and you are just the most incredible human and really like build those bonds at Clayoquot. So I was like, we can start this series with Sarah. Yes. So for our listeners that don't know Clayoquot, um, it's a remote lodge set
Yes.
in a national park on Vancouver Island, but it is not roughing it
No,
at all. I mean, this is a top tier
top tier. And
luxury.
that's the joy. I think that's what the surprise and delight moment is, right? Is
Surprise
because
and delight are my favorite. That's what I
right?
built. Yeah.
Because it's the hidden pop. People, we're very blessed with our clientele, word of mouth, and extraordinary travel designers such as yourself helping us, and the confidence, right? The confidence, especially Amy, with your knowledge, your firsthand knowledge, it's a game changer. Because you can speak from your own experience. But I think what I delight in when I'm meeting our guests down at the dock, I get excited because I know it's going to be a pop. It's a crazy plane ride over here or if you're on the boat, it's like, oh my God, we are like, you're off grid. You know that. Like, what's going to happen next?
Yeah.
And then, you're met by a horse and carriage. You're like, now where am I going? And then you come around the corner
By
and
you, met by you on the horse,
100%,
right? And your team. Yes.
100%.
Yeah.
That's our joy. We
Yeah.
check-in days. Oh my God. We just love it because we know what's going to happen and you're in safe hands. And I think the most important thing for us is really when they get met with the hospitality, the service team, our culinary team. And oh my gosh, because they take first run. That's the first experience. We're going to bring you in because you want to come into your home. You want to feel this is your home. And we keep it simple. There's only four buildings. You can't get lost. And we keep it all contained. But you don't want to leave the bar because you're in a bar that is 100% glass. You can sit outside, you can sit inside, and all you're watching is this movie, this movie of moving, and sometimes not moving, but quiet estuary time. So the estuary, of course, is tidal water, so it's coming and going, it's flowing. But you never know what kind of wildlife is going to be happening. But it's also just the moment of stillness. When I found Clayoquot, I said, this is what the world needs. This is exactly what the world needs. Is I see these incredible, beautiful humans coming here, all wound up. Let me tell you, they're
I don't know
wound
what
up
you're
when they hit
talking
that
about.
dock.
I don't know what you're talking about, wound up.
And I
That
just say,
wasn't
come
me.
to mama, come to mama.
Camp Mom. I love that. I remember eating dinner on the property and you coming up and checking in with every single guest that was there. It was so intimate.
Coming into the wilderness, I realize there's so much more when we want to actually take care of our guests. We want to actually reach deeply into their hearts and souls, and make their vacation, make their getaway the most, not just a vacation, but a life-changing moment for them.
So, Sarah, tell me about some of these life-changing moments that happen for guests.
I think one of my favorite ones, really, I had a special needs child, beautiful family. They were from the UK, and our guides, our guides are extraordinary, right? They're extraordinary, not just in their skills,
They're
but
good.
in their commitment to working with our guests. And I think the moment of this child, one of the guides got him up a tree. And he spoke a few words, and his mother said that he hadn't spoken in years, and he spoke a few words to that guide, and then it was his before he left, we got him on a bike, so he was able to pedal. That for me, having that moment and the tears in that mother's eyes, it was just a blessed moment. Really, it was just a blessed moment of change.
Yeah. I mean, this is the experience I had at Clayoquot. I came with my husband I shared, I had this transformational moment where I decided, I was like in the process of selling my first company and was thinking about what was I going to do next. And I had this moment of saying, I'm gonna go to Clayoquot. And both of my companies have been about connecting humans. And
Yeah,
so Nellie, our mission is to connect humans through extraordinary experiences. And listening to these stories, I mean, when I was there, it was just the two of us, but we connected with all the other guests.
right.
We brought everyone together at a communal table at dinner every night, and it was this wide variety. We had like a solo woman, we had a family, we had a father son, we had all of it. So how lucky you are to get, I mean, you're the best marketing ambassador that Clayoquot possibly.
Oh, you know what? Well, it's reflection. You do what you love.
So insider tip, if you come, if someone comes, what is the must do experience they have to do when they come to Clayoquot?
One of the most exquisite experiences we have is canyon. People are terrified if they should be doing it. They don't know if they should or should not be doing it.
Okay.
It's and they should when it's running.
Okay.
Canyon canyon runs in high season when the rivers have calmed down a tad. We're not going to take you out in raging rivers, but just to be able to, and I call it the canyon thing. It's like, what is it? It's wet hiking. We put you in a wetsuit and throw you into the rivers, and off you go. You're paddling upstream. But you're going through some caves, you're going sliding off, jumping off some rocks, you're bouldering, you're in a waterfall. And it's just a unique Canadian experience. That's cold water, adrenaline, and you're exercising at a level you never thought you could. But you're safe the entire time, and you're not cold because you're moving. So it's just is and I have had more people come off that trip going, thank God you made us do it. Because it's just an experience that is extraordinary and very unusual, very claquot.
Sarah, you are reminding me of why you have stayed in my head for the last 3 years. And like what you are a big part of what makes this already extraordinary property so
Oh,
out
thank
of this
you.
world. Thank you so
Thank you.
much for taking the time with me today.
Amy, a pleasure, my friend, and I can't wait to get you back on the property.
Awesome.